How long you been around this life, man?
My whole life, born into horse racing.
Yeah. Where you from?
Ohio. My whole family does. I'm a dad. Got 5 uncles that train. My grandpa trained.
What's the daily grind, man, around here?
I get up at 3 o'clock every morning. I got 10 horses here, and it's me and 2 other people, so we work hard.
You don't like the rush, huh?
No. I like to get them out before it gets too hot. You know, here in Florida, it gets real hot in the afternoon, throughout the late morning, so I try to get them out as fast as I can.
What's your earliest memories with the horses, man?
Shoot, I remember when I was like 10 or 11, my dad used to train, and he bought a horse for like $1,500 out of Canada, and she went on and win like 7 in a row and made like $150,000. When at that age, that's a lot of money, in a small track from where we're from.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that was my Wild Tizzy was the filly's name.
Wow.
She's a broodmare now. She's had a couple of babies.
What's the difference between the horsemanships from a big track versus a small track? What's the difference?
I think more or less just people's mindsets on how they think. I don't see much different. The smaller tracks, clearly, the people that maybe not making so much or, doing it more because they love it. So, they might not do it like some of these other guys where everything's all fancy looking, all their stuff might not match colors, but, they work just as hard.
Yeah.
I think that's what everybody misconcepts, that the people that are smaller at smaller tracks don't work as hard as the big guys. The bigger guys got better horses. So, more attention.
Yeah. And who was a mentor for you?
Well, the first person that really gave me a shot was Adam Rice, so I'd say him.
Yeah.
Good family, the Rice family.
Yeah.
Really good people.
And how important is the people that wake up every day and take care of these horses?
Oh, without them, horses, they don't feed themselves, The most important, people around here, very looked down upon. Everybody, the jockeys get all the credit, the trainers get all the credit, but really it's the hot walkers and the grooms that should get all the credit. They know everything about them. They're here that feed them at 3 o'clock in the morning. They're here to do everything with them. They spend 90% of their day with their horses. So I think they don't get enough credit as they should. That's I think that's why it's better to work for a small guy like I work for Matt Kent's, I think, than working for the next guy that's got 50 horses, because this guy actually really appreciates you. He's the guy that tells you thank you every time he comes, or like that. These guys walk past you, tell you to do this, tell you to do that, and it's almost like you're just another employee. You quit, there's the guy that's in your spot tomorrow. So I think the smaller guys appreciate their help a lot more.
If you could change one thing in racing, what would that be?
The way that the outside world looks at it, from all the, you guys know, from all the social media, everybody that watched one race in their life try to, tell us what we should and shouldn't do,
Yeah.
Said that's probably the number one thing. I don't think a lot of people realize, what really goes on the, back end of the racing. We work so hard back here, I think that's a big downfall to the horse racing with a lot of the stuff that's going on right now with HISA and all that.
Yeah.
I think that's got a lot to do with it,
Yeah. And for you, the favorite trainer all time?
Hollendorfer. A great horseman. Horses always, look the part, run the part. And everybody I've ever, I've run across a couple of people that work for him, and they said he's a great guy.
Yeah.
Really takes care of you.
Yeah. Hey,